Yes, hello everyone. If I introduce myself, my name is Margaret Nisnea, and I am here to present about the artistic movement in film, the artistic movement that influenced film and film movement itself. So let's get started. So first off, we have Italian Neuralism. So Italian Neuralism was perfect after the World War, when Italy was very very poor because of the war. So you have no um, you have no budget for films. So the Italian was started to really show the life of the average Italian during the post-war uh, event. And so it's about the middle class, the poor, and how they're doing in this post-war situation. And these kinds of and the movie, the films, they don't feature professional actors. They don't feature a lot of money, nor some fancy equipment. It's about people, Italian people living their life, and as a reflection to that life. Now next we have so modernism. It was around. It started around 1900s to 1950s. So it was about a response to the status quo. So the status quo was like, oh, everything is God, everything is caused by God. And it's always has been, and without any depth. So Martin was started to really answer to that of like, oh, what is the truth? What is the meaning of life? How do we get here? So it tries to respond the typical question with a more rational, logical thinking. So, so this gave birth to a new form of philosophy or story or art, and it will influence film, because as you see, like the films from the average, like banal, mind, mind-numbing films to something that is more intellectual, something more insightful. For example, something that really challenges how we perceive the world. Example would be, I would say, the Great Dictator. The Great Dictator was a response to the Nazis and Hitler during World War II. So it really challenges how we view how the world viewed the Nazis. Next, and we have postmodern. So postmodernism was entering the mid 20s, and it serves as a response to the modernism of the early 1900s. So if modern was about answering, oh, what is the truth, what is everything, it's very rational, challenging the world in a rational way. Modernism basically gives a middle finger to that concept. So it's always like, oh, nothing is real, everything is lie, reject the hard truth. So it's always about thinking out of the box, something so bizarre that you can't exactly perceive can't actually perceive it rationally. So it's always about the weird. Like for example, this painting. So this is a pipe, but the text says this is not a pipe. So it's contradictory, right? It's an oxymoron. So it's always about challenging the preconception that people have about modernism. So it's always about basically being the anti art, kind of an anti-art, and you can see this in film. I mean, in film, for example, proposed one would be Fight Club. Fight Club challenges the preconception of the world, because it's always about rebellion, it's about fighting, it's always about like masculinity. It's about current world and like how our world's being exploited by corporations and like by the elites, stuff like that. It's always about challenging that, and that's just about it. I apologize for any mistakes I made. And that concludes this presentation. Thank you.